spotters now actually have a huge learning curve on their hands to figure out how to spot for us in these situations. And I think our incident today with that 3-car draft boiled down to a spotter maybe not saying, here comes a group 20 miles an hour faster, they're coming on the top. You've got to spot in a lot of different areas now. It's not inside or outside. It's what's in front of you, what's behind you, plus what's on the side. So you just have to have faith in the guy you're pushing. And in the shootout, I was really impressed with Joey Logano at the start of the race. We worked through traffic in some really intense situations, and his commitment was unbelievable to stay connected to me. And he did it in a way without spinning me out.
Yeah.
So I was extremely impressed with him. And Biffle and I got hooked up at the end of the race, and just couldn't take advantage of things. But it's odd pushing, because you can't see anything. I mean, you're wide open, just At one point in the shootout, the shadows from the lights coming from the outside of the track, I would look around whoever I was pushing, I could see the shadows, and I was trying to determine how much space we had based on shadows.
Yeah, that's hard.
200 plus miles an hour.
For everybody out there that thinks anybody can do this, when that is a classic example of absolutely not. I can't even imagine. It's one thing to be tailgating down the highway, and maybe you give the guy a couple of feet, and he thinks you're in his rearview mirror or in his back trunk. But to do what these guys are doing out there now, and not have a T-bar hitch, and you were talking about it, and I watched you and Joey early in that race. You're zigzagging through there, making these passes, and that back car is just kind of,
It's like a trailer almost.
Yeah, but you just follow it. I mean, it was the craziest thing. Like I said, I got done the race and I go, that was really weird. But I think I kind of liked it,
And I feel the same way as drivers. I mean, honestly, it's the same thing.
How much is from what you learned the other night to the new plate and the practice today? Is the closure rate, did that change any? Is it still just ungodly fast when somebody's slow?
Yeah, I had a hard time telling if there was a larger difference today. Junior felt like he did. To me, you're at 20 miles an hour, closing rate. It's fast either way you look at it. So I couldn't say that it was any more.
I flew down with the King today, and we were talking about it. Qualifying speed was 45, 30 or something like that? Is that what they run?
Sure.
Yeah,
I think we're running 45s now, right?
Yeah, it was like a 48-30.
Yes, 48. You're right.
Like a 48-30. They run a 48-30, and then they run a 43-60 in the race, and they run a lot of 45-20s or 44-20s and 30s. 4.5 seconds difference from a practice time to a race time. And I asked the King, I said, have you ever seen anything like that? And he said, no. Even when we came down here with the Superbirds and stuff, you would pick up 6/10. You would pick up 7/10. But unheard of for that.
Man, it's crazy. And it seems so. This is the other part that I know a lot of drivers have talked about going up on plate, and I don't necessarily disagree with it, but there's still so much grip left.
Yeah.
Even at 206, someone is on your bumper, hitting you like this through the corner, and your car doesn't budge.
Yeah.
So in order to really make the cars uncomfortable to drive, we're going to have to go 215, 220, somewhere in that area.
No, exactly.
That's just, I wish we could, but we can't keep our cars on the ground.
Yeah. Wow, I'm just thinking about those speeds. It is kind of exciting, I think, to come back to Daytona. The speeds are, you want everybody to be safe. I want the drivers to be safe. You want the crew guys to be safe. You want the fans to be safe. But it's kind of cool. I mean, we come down here, and we're going to break 200. Is Bill Elliott going to run 210? And then we go to Talladega. Is he going to run 212 or whatever? And it's sort of bringing back some of that magic. I know that 206 maybe is a bit much, but today in practice, if we can at least flirt with 200. I think that brings back a little bit of the day.
You bring up a great point. I think there's been a lot of excitement focused on the speed of the cars, and our world is lap times. And we go to some tracks and thinking of running a 15-second lap at Bristol. To us, it's just, that's the statement alone. But to the fans, a top speed or a mile an hour might be more appealing. And it's cool to have that big number finally.
Yeah, once the 200 came about, there was a buzz. That just kind of went through the infield and went back. If you listen to the local sportscaster, there was a buzz about 200. I got a question. When 100 years ago, when you used to come down here, and no, serious, and we're talking about drafting and stuff, and this is my question. You'd go out and run, okay? So you're digging, and you're running 198, and a guy tucks in behind you, and he pushes you up to 203 or 204. You go in the corner, you don't have enough right front spring, that thing just rolls